Today I'm myself. I'm myself, and I don't play it so safe anymore. Thanks.
Mike, you're next. Mike, you're next.
I can go anywhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, it's you and me. I told you shouldn't have been captain.
They say you were the captain. They're the same thing.
How's here? Is this good?
Perfect.
Okay. You know what? You can hear it, but I just don't want to hear you. Okay. Biggest regret is this happened a couple years ago, and it still bothers me to this day. But I was driving along in my car, and things were going fine, and all of a sudden, I hit something, and I didn't know what it was. So I stopped my car, and I got out, and I looked behind it, and I hit this bunny, this like big bunny. And I was like, oh my God. And so the bunny was kind of, it was moving on the road, he was still alive, and I felt like irresponsible. I mean, what do? Do I bring him to the vet? I just didn't know what to do. So he was suffering. So I thought the best move would be to put him out of his misery. So I got my car, and I backed up over it. And I looked in front, and he was still moving. I'm like, oh my God. And so, I went over it again. And I went back and forth like several times. I couldn't kill the thing. So he's still moving around, he's kind of hopping. And I look over to the side of the road, and it was like 12 or 13 little baby bunnies. I hit the mother. And so, I mean, all right, I'm responsible not only for this thing in the road, but I'm responsible for all the babies. So I couldn't live with that. So I got my car, and I ran over the babies too. So I killed them all. And, today, it bothers me that I did that. But, no, you're not going to get me to cry. That's it, okay? I killed them all. Goodbye.
Wow. Kevin, you're next.
Who is?
Do the toilet. You don't want to. Do you want to? You can go in there if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Or you can just stand right in that camera if you want to talk in front of us. Yeah, you can. Yeah. If you don't want to be private.
Do you need some privacy?
No, I got no secrets. I've had this question asked to me many times.
We can see you anywhere.
Yeah. Oh. Like even
in the bathroom. My biggest single regret in life, and I've had this question asked to me many times, and my answer's always been the same, is because I had my daughter so young, I was never able to serve in the military, which is something that I wanted to do. And because of the job that I work in, I work with a lot of people who have served our country, and I got a tremendous amount of respect for them. And it's always something that I wish I could have done, but unfortunately the circumstances, I had priorities here at home. So it's always been a regret of mine. I wish I could have served the country at least for 4 years. So that's my biggest regret. And that's the truth, Ruth.
high five. Low five. That's such a good answer too. It sounds like a suck-up answer, except that it's
No,
true.
it's the truth.
It's true. He's wearing a high and tight.
Joy.
Big Joy Leroy. Oh gosh, I'll just say it to you because I don't feel awkward. I feel like. No, just kidding. I feel like my biggest regrets in life, and it's really easy for me to say, are any time that I've hurt another person. Like the things that I've done to myself, they've helped me grow, and they've made me like a better and a stronger person. So I don't regret anything that I've done that's affected me, but I really regret the times in my life where I've hurt other people, and specifically like my daughter, because now we're really good friends. He's got a really wonderful woman in his life, and they're getting married. So I regret that because he's the father of my child, and we went through a really rough spot because we were kids, and we made a lot of mistakes as children, as kids having a kid, and I regret that. I wish I would have been a better friend to him. So that, but I get the opportunity to be a friend of both of them now, so there you go, okay?
Yeah, that's so cool.
I know. Oh my God, thank you guys for accepting me. Okay.
Because everyone else is kind of like going private.
Jeffrey, you're next.
Yes.
Jeffrey, you're next.
Yes, hello. I'm here and I'm ready to answer the question. Biggest regret or mistake? I don't think there are such things as mistakes in life. I think there's just opportunities to learn and grow. So I don't think I've made any mistakes. I mean, there's been some rough patches, but I don't consider them mistakes. And regrets, I don't regret much, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would regret. I feel like I live life to the fullest. I am a direct communicator, and there's no looking back. I feel like forward momentum is the answer, and I don't have a good, juicy answer to that question. So that is my answer to the question.
You go.
Jacob, your turn.
You ready? My biggest regret in life was when I was 21 years old, I sent off about 30 pictures and a big long letter to about 40 different modeling agencies around the United States. Literally just wanted to show them who I was and write a little bit about myself and see if any of them wanted to, sign me, because I was living in Oregon, so there was no agencies there. So I ended up getting a letter from Boss Models in New York, which is one of the top 5 agencies in the world, and they sent me a 2-year contract to sign with them and come fly to live in New York and model for them. And I just didn't end up doing it. I think a lot of people thought it was just too far away, and that, it wasn't a good move to live so far from home, and a lot of people were telling me not to do it and whatever. So that would be my biggest regret, was not signing that contract with Boss Models, because I'd probably be just totally doing something. I'd probably be so much more higher on what I want to do in life if I would have signed that contract. So that would be my regret.
Holly, you're next. Holly, you're next.
You spiked it and talk smack.
Hey viewers! Okay, so in my life I wouldn't say I have many regrets or mistakes that I've done or I regret doing. The only thing I would probably say is I regret not sharing enough of my time to give back to the community, to donate, to just spend some quality time with other people in need that actually need it. And I feel like sometimes I can get a little selfish and kind of do my own thing, or something that's only going to be important for me and my family, and I just kind of excluded everyone else out, including people who are trying to be friends with me. I'm a very private person. My best friends are my family, so I regret also not allowing people in my life as well. And so, but as far as giving back, that's also why the reason I'm here. If I was to win the $250,000, I want to donate a sizable portion to support cancer research. There's so many people out there who suffer from cancer, or who has gone through and seen someone else go through such a tragedy, that I want to be able to support and give back. So I'm here for those people out there. I'm here to show my support.
Is this a future regret?
What was that?
Is this a future regret?
My regret as in in my lifetime is that I didn't spend enough quality time and share my time with other people in need. Either if that was sitting there and just taking the time with the handicap or with the community and just kind of giving back my time, because I was so consumed in what I was doing in my own life and trying to see where I can succeed in my own goals. And I think it's all about giving back, and we got to remember that it's a blessing, and it's a blessing that we wake up every day with a roof over our head, a meal, and clothes on our back.
Jean, you're next.
Can I walk through the whole
She
house?
don't
Or do I have to be in a room?
Just talk right there, no secrets. Let's go.
I'm not hiding like everybody else. I'm gonna do it wherever I want. My biggest mistake. I'm gonna go with mistake. It's not really a regret. It's got to be. I was dating an awesome girl, and I was pretty much a tool, and I was way too into partying and clubbing and doing whatever to make the long distance relationship thing work. So, and she was everything that I could have ever wanted in a girlfriend. Like, she would send me cards and care packages and pictures all the time, and called me 40 times a day, and flew to see me all the time. And the biggest kind of mistake in that whole relationship, she went to Europe for 3 months, and she would call me every day from Europe, and I would rush her off the phone because I was more concerned about the phone bill. I didn't want her to be paying so much for the phone bill, calling me, and I was like, no, I'll talk to you when we get back. And then just from that, it put the distance strain on there. And then when we broke up, I was kind of so hurt by it that I faked my own death just so that she would totally call and be like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Oh my God, is he okay? So for a month, she thought I was dead. And then after that, obviously, she never forgave me for that. And that's my biggest mistake in life right there.
Whoa. Erica, you're next.
Whoa.
Who just confessed? Oh no, Jean.
My biggest regret is, in all seriousness, I guess probably not going for what I wanted after college and going through the jobs I went through after college. I was I was an English and poli-sci major, and then I wanted to be a real person, and I thought there was a way to be a real adult. And I got into finance, and I didn't like it, and then I did law school, and I didn't like it. And I need to find some creative work, because that's what I love to do. And during that time, I didn't really do the work to get to know myself, because it seemed like a lot of work, because it is. And I got engaged during that time, and I harbor no ill will to him, but I broke that off, and that, again, was because I didn't want to do the work to get to know myself. And sometimes I think in your 20s you're scrambling so hard just to be at the end of whatever it is you're trying to get to that you just pick somebody and you let them tell you who you are and what you want. And I feel grateful, though, to have, to have arrived at where I am, even though it feels like I'm doing my 20s in reverse because now I'm a cocktail waitress. But otherwise, I'm just riding along on this pleasure cruise we call life, folks.
Great answer.
Great answer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to play? No.
No, really, that was good. That was well done. That was
Yeah, that was.
Very well
Double
done.
cheers.
Ashley.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you want here? Oh no, I'm good. I have one. I went through a relationship where I was in it for about 5.5 years, and not discrediting him in any way. He's a great guy. He just was not for me, and I think I settled and I put who I was and what I wanted and what I needed in a relationship aside. And for the majority of that relationship, I was kind of miserable, and I was trying to save face with everyone, which I know a lot of people do. You try to save face with your family, your friends. And I mean, he's a great guy. I'm not taking it away. It's just he was not made for me. And my biggest regret is that I settled for so long, in something that I knew was not what I needed and what was right. So that was my biggest regret. But honestly, I can't even say that I regret it. It was a mistake. I don't regret it because I feel like I learned from it and I moved on. I am with a guy right now that loves me with everything in his body, and I love him too, and he gives me everything that I need. So I don't feel like that guy was a mistake, a regret. He was he wasn't a mistake, just the situations that I put myself. Me settling was a mistake, period. He's a great guy. Hey, and then, hey, I'm sorry. But
Sorry to out you like that.
yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, boo. Ex-boo. But hey, new boo.
The ex-boo,
I'm
that
done.
was boo-boo.
Okay. Let me take the foot out of my mouth.
You want me to sugarcoat that
Yes,
for you later?
That was good.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Cut.
That's a wrap.
That was good, actually.
Nice. Nice.
5-1. That's all right. Just wait till you get the ball back. Check.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, we're getting beat on screens. 6-1. Here, you play up. I'll play back.
Oh,
Turnover. You aren't getting the ball back.
Butterfingers.
You want to check? No.
Apollo, you're next.
All right,
Good.
true 2-on-2. Here we go. Oh, I think we're mismatched here.
Yeah, okay. I got this
All
guy.
right. All right.
I got this big.
Oh!
What's going on, everyone? I'm going to the Twitter room because this is where I'm probably going to communicate with all you guys. You guys are going to know my strategy soon, but my biggest regret, which probably is the reason why I even have the strategy,